Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're off from Baltimore. Dallas Flowers now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They bring their tight end left. First play, he's going to throw. Purdy. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
McCaffrey on 3rd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Now he starts from the 6. And nothing to complain about on this return as he gets it beyond the 30. This certainly is going to help field position. 26 on the run back. And the Ravens will go on offense. Jackson looking to throw right away. Gets this one to Andrews. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. He finds Aguilar. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
It's Henry on the counter. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
The beauty of defensive tackles is they come in all shapes and sizes, from 280 pounds to almost 400 pounds in their football gear, Kate. But when you get one of those war daddies that can shed a tackle and create a negative loss like that, well, those guys are real hard to find.
And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. They pick up a single yard, still well behind the 6 for this 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Tucker's kick is up and good. And that one is going to get them on the scoreboard.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Marvin Mims now to return it. And he pushes them up to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the gun is Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be third and long. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. Riley Dixon getting set to punt it once again. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. Takes it in at the 21. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. This one returned for 11 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
First down throw for Jackson. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens stretch their early lead to 9. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens go up 10-zip here in the first. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. Returns looking good so far. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Purdy gets this from the pistol. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. On second down, here's McCaffrey. Has a hole left, room to run. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Complete Derrick Henry. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That's taken in by Henry. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
A draw now. This is Henry. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Running once more with Henry. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. And they can go ahead and stay in that. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Another run for Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's a give up the middle now to their fullback. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Henry running to the left. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Jackson now on 3rd. Got his target. It's Hill. And this is down all the way to the 3. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Aguilar, the receiver, in motion right. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And look at this return. And he's going to be out of bounds with some outstanding field position right at midfield.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field. And you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Broncos will have a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Man in motion here. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Purdy setting up that play action. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Brandon Stevens has it. And the Ravens get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Going with King Henry here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Aguilar with the grab. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Third and just 2 to go. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught for the first. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Flowers now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 3rd down, Purdy. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. So they're left with 4th down here. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Deontay Hardy to return this for the Ravens. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Punt meets him at the 28. And he gets him a small chunk of yards there before he winds up out of bounds. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And they're going to take over possession. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. Completes this one to Hill. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Connects with Bateman. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And this will be his first effort of the contest. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one, just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that makes it 4th down. Riley Dixon on the punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Absolutely crushed that kick, a full 70-yard punt. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
Now Prater on to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lamar now from the gun. He'll get this to Henry. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Sent down by Cody Barton.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Hey, Alpha, Scott! Nice shot!
Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Jackson yet again. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it's 2nd down coming up. Again, it's Jackson to the air. Gets this one to Andrews. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Oh, I love this. Giving it to the big guy on 3rd and short. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Well, the big guy gets him some positive yardage in close. It's not that the defense didn't expect run. I just don't think they expected him to be the one running it.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Henry takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens make it a 24-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Flowers now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Completed here to McCaffrey. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Now motion him out of the backfield. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Pistol snap to Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are.
And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens trying to end this before the final quarter. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Go! Hurry.
They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. All the way, touchdown Denver. The Broncos cut into the lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Prater adds the PAT. And the Broncos get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points. Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, Kate, you were out there with me on the West Coast, and I was spoiled and you were spoiled. When we watch that Legion of Boom, we watch two of the best safeties in the game, Cam and Earl, bringing the pain, bringing the heat, bringing tackles just like that for significant losses.
He lets a heater go deep. Big gain downfield. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That one hits for 30. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Finds a man right side. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue.
And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His third through the air this game. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens continue piling onto this lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Sutton, the man in motion, headed right. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We reach the end of 3 in this. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Let's go.
Purdy to throw it. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
79 Broncos.
From the gun is Purdy. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Impressive play, but they are well shy of the 1st down.
Whether they meant to go to him or was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a 1st down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A give to Henry on the inside handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Hey, Alpha, sit high. Sit high.
They run it with King Henry. And he gets this forward to the 19. Call it 4 yards, and we'll see what they do now from 4th and short in this spot.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, instead of my usual why, I'm going to ask you how. How do you stop them short on the sneak right there? And the answer, well, most of the time you can't, and you don't. And that's why they'll go to that sneak time and time again.
180. Sit up.
Finds Aguilar. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Trying down the middle with Henry. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st down, and they go back to Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. They're running the option, short side. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
They'll pitch it to Henry. And the defense flows over to make the play outside. Held to no gain on the run, and that brings up 4th and goal.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
180.
Running for it. Here's Henry. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Ravens throwing 6 more on the blowout. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens grow their lead yet again. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Flowers now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready?
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
First down, they go back to McCaffrey. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. Trying to push it deep downfield. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound a defense. If you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
First down, ball at the 36. Running once more with Henry. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.